Hey everybody, welcome back to the Daily Bern. This is the war room of the political revolution. This is a daily inspirational show for those of us who are fighting in this political revolution in order to transform our government into one for the people. Please like, share, and participate. Thanks for coming. What we are doing here right now will be looked back on as the moment that real change took hold of America, and I believe the moment that saves it. Because I honestly believe that America may be doomed, especially if this greed driven system is left unchecked and allowed to continue on. The planet will for sure be destroyed, and without a planet, not much matters now, does it? But for some, this coming climate crisis still isn't enough motivation to get involved. Maybe because it's just such a big problem that it overwhelms people. But everybody worries about money. Everyone cares about that. You need money for everything. Everybody does. And our economy has been okay for a little while. We've been kind of spoiled, really, in the global grand scheme of things. But I believe the rug's going to be pulled out from under us very soon. I believe we are heading for very bad times financially as well. Things are way out of hand. And I'm not telling you anything you don't know already, but we cannot allow this greed driven system to destroy us. We have got to put a stop to it. And we're doing that. Right now, millions of people are standing up and fighting back, making their voices heard and getting active in the democratic process, getting involved. Millions of us. Now, I include a link in the description of every Daily Burn to BernieSanders.com. Please go there and see if there's any way that you can help out the campaign, maybe by becoming one of the more than 2 million of us that are volunteering and helping to get Bernie elected, or donate any amount. It's ridiculously, disgustingly expensive to run for president, so any amount you can donate, that would be great. While you're there, though, I ask that you get a bumper sticker. Put a bumper sticker on your car. That way, everywhere you go, when you're just driving around like normal, you're helping out the campaign, showing support. Show that support every chance that you get. That is how we do this. That's how this gets done. That is how real change happens. When millions of us stand united and do all that we can to make it clear that the people demand this change. But we've got to own this fight. This is our fight, no one else's. We do this. We get this done ourselves. Bernie has paved the way for us. We really have been presented a golden opportunity here, but only if we own it. We've got to own this whole thing. Stop thinking like victims. Stop waiting for the right time to fight back, waiting for it to become easy. 'Cause that time is never going to come. And if you're waiting for a better chance, I don't think we'll ever see one better than the one we're being given right now. So let's own this. Take ownership of our destiny and change it into something that actually has a future. Because this path we're currently on, this greed driven system, has none. There is no future to look forward to if we don't create one. Currently, only hardship lays down our road. Things are going to get progressively worse for the average American if we don't stand up united and say enough to this greed crippling our society. I've had enough of it. Have you? I've had a I've had enough of a handful of ultra-rich predators suffocating society with their greed, destroying our planet and absorbing as much as they can. They are insatiable. Their greed knows no limits, and they show us no mercy at any point. So why do we take it? We don't have to, and I am no longer going to. And if you're not already standing beside me, join with us, and let's move forward together and do what needs to be done. Stand united and demand the change that we know needs to happen. We do this, not Bernie, us. All right, y'all. Thanks for stopping by. Our first segment on the show is simply called Yesterday's Comments. Since this show is pre recorded, sorry to bust down the fourth wall, we go through some of yesterday's Daily Bern's comments section and pull out anything we maybe didn't address during yesterday's feed, etc. As far as comments go yesterday, we stayed pretty on them during the live premiere. I like these live premieres. This is really cool because I get to actually watch and experience this with you guys. You know, there's a lot of work goes into this, and now I get to enjoy it at the same time that you're seeing it. So I like these, but I share this like crazy. I share it everywhere. And I shared it to a group, and yesterday it got spammed by a guy, and he was spamming it over and over and over again with these long, like novel length comments about Bernie being a sheepdog and a sellout and all of that. And that is ridiculous, but that is something that we deal with. We deal with that every day. I do. I hear about Bernie being a sheepdog and a sellout almost every day. You know, that is ridiculous. There is no logic to it. It makes no sense. If Bernie Sanders is a sheepdog, he is the worst sheepdog in history. How can his entire message be anti-establishment and yet he be working for them? Does this make any sense to you? He's a sellout. He's taking our money to give it to the establishment? Are you serious? Do you really believe that? This man's running a 40-year con on us? But we deal with this every day, you know? And again, you can't fight stupidity. Don't try, because if you do, they will pull you down to their level and they will beat you with experience. So I didn't go back at him, but he spammed the hell out of the post. There's at least 3 comments that go on and on and on. They're so long you got to click read more to even look at them. And even then, you'd have to have a lot of free time on your hands to go through all these comments. But this guy was very triggered by my Bernie posts. Some people are. Rob mentioned that Trump supporters love him. That is absolutely true. That is something else we need to deal with. We need to understand that Trump has real support. And if you're blue, no matter who, you need to understand that. Trump has massive support. These establishment shills, they're losers. They can't beat him. So if you're voting out of fear of Donald Trump, you need to take that into consideration that these are losers. Your winner is Bernie Sanders. Get behind him and let's move forward. We're the true front runner anyway. So let's move forward and let's win. If you're blue no matter who, why aren't you for Bernie Sanders when he clearly has the momentum needed to win, the support, the enthusiasm, everything needed to win? Why are you not behind Bernie? Why are you over in the corner of a loser trying to push Joe Biden on people, or Kamala Harris, the cop, on people, or try to push Elizabeth Warren as an actual progressive? Those people bother me the most. The people I see online pushing Elizabeth Warren as a real progressive. That drives me insane. Elizabeth Warren is a wolf in sheep's clothing. And then yesterday during this section, I brought up whether or not y'all thought I should share this out to some non-friendly sites, some groups that like Blue No Matter Who groups, Democrat only groups, things like that, and even Trump groups. I encourage you to, and I'm going to start doing that today. I'm going to look for some to join, some Blue No Matter Who type of groups, and I'm going to start sharing this to them and get it out to non-friendly arenas. Please do that too for me if you're here. Share it to Trump group. I don't care. You know, it give me something to go through on yesterday's comments, and it opens up dialogue. Even if people are trolling, they're helping because comments and interactions help the post. So it helps it get out to more people. You see what I'm saying? Interaction is good, even bad interaction. It goes the same with the press. There's no such thing as bad publicity. You know, as long as you're getting covered, it's good. Our next segment on the show is Bernie events. We always recap what the campaign is up to. Tomorrow and Sunday, they will be back in Iowa. They're opening up a new office and they're having a few events there. The campaign is mostly focusing on opening campaign offices right now. They are pushing to get campaign offices all around the country opened. They didn't anticipate the support being as massive as it was coming out the gate. We're killing it, and they didn't anticipate it. So they're trying to get ahead of the curve and get these campaign offices opened up and going so that we can be running full steam since we have millions of volunteers ready to go. All right, so that's what the campaign is up to this week anyway, and Bernie himself. So let's get into Know Your Enemy. Know Your Enemy is the segment of the show where I go through all the mainstream media. Well, I don't go through all of it. I go through three sites a day, and I take you guys with me. So come on, let's go to Know Your Enemy and look at the news and see what the news propaganda machine is talking about today. So for Know Your Enemy today, we're going to start with NBC News. And I haven't looked at these at all. I picked out what sites I was going to use, but I haven't looked at them at all yet. So we'll be looking at these together for the first time. Right up here at the top, NBC News poll, Biden and Sanders and Warren lead 2020 field. Let's see where they have Sanders. I'm surprised they even mentioned him. Usually they don't mention him in the article, but let's see where they have Sanders at in this bullshit poll. Sorry, one day I will make it all the way through a Daily Burn without cussing, but it won't be while I'm looking at a picture of Joe Biden. Look at that. Anyways, so let's see. How do they have it? Where's it at? I hate when they make you read the article. Where's their stupid poll? Well, this isn't working. Let's just read the article. The poll was conducted between July 2nd and July 16th after and 20th. Bleh. They found that President Trump's overall approval rating ticked upwards to 48% compared to 45%. Where is the part where they talk about where this is a BS article? It didn't have it anywhere in that article. Did you see that? That was a clickbait article. Anyways, so we'll go back out to their front page and see what else they're talking about. Or I think NBC froze on me. My computer is hot garbage, as you can see. Look at this. So we'll move on. We'll move on and give up on NBC for today. Move on to USA Today. We're in USA Today's politics section, and apparently, is there a new Trump rape accusation? Some Trump rape accusation has spurred 53% spike in hotline calls. His whole presidency has been a hot mess. My God. These pages are loading very slow today. I apologize for that. Look at this story. 30,000 cops in 44 states banned for misconduct. It is so out of hand what's going on with the police departments in this country. USA Today's got nothing today. I've never seen it this empty. This is their... Oh, this isn't politics, is it? Did I am in the wrong section? Life, money, travel. Yeah, I'm in politics. USA Today's a hot mess. Let's move on to Fox. You know, a lot of times, Fox is your fairest source, which is weird when you think about it. They are the furthest right-leaning for sure. And matter of fact, I don't know another corporate-owned right-leaning website that I could use for Know Your Enemy. But Fox, very top story. Here's the squad. There they are, right next to Trump. Trump mocks stage greeting for Ilhan Omar, accuses media of sick partnership with the squad. All right, I'm a little worried about the media's relationship with the squad myself. I don't want to seem crazy. And again, look what I'm saying. First scroll. You know, when you're on a website, anything in your first scroll is your top stories. And Bernie, right there. Bernie Sanders campaign workers complaining, fleeing over poverty wages. Oh my God. I was just praising you, Fox. It's a hit piece. I should have looked. I should have read it. Bernie Sanders campaign workers are complaining and fleeing over poverty wages. That is bullshit. Let's see what they say here. Presidential candidate Bernie Sanders has pledged to American workers that he would institute a 15 per hour minimum wage if he wins the White House. But unionized workers on Sanders' own campaign say they wish he would start now by paying a higher wage to them. Someone tell me if this is true or not. In the 2016 campaign, he paid his volunteers and workers, I mean, not his volunteers, his workers, $15 an hour. Is that not happening this year? Sanders dropped their actually pay to $13 per hour. $13 per hour is pretty good. I don't know how much truth there is to that, but that's a garbage piece. Sanders is the only campaign with a unionized staff, the only in history ever. So, again, Jeffrey Epstein, stay on that because the media, look at this. Look at this. I'm not exaggerating. The Jeffrey Epstein charges are revolting, but let's be careful about implicating others. Throw them all under the bus. Every monster that is tied to Jeffrey Epstein needs to fry. Dems decry Omar's resolution defending Israel boycott dead on arrival. I'm all about her Israel boycott. We need the freedom to boycott Israel. You need to ask yourself, why is our government so married to Israel? And there's a story on Kamala Harris. Let me get my face off of it. Kamala Harris, a critic Acosta's Epstein's plea deal under fire for agreement she negotiated as California Attorney General. Interesting. To check out and see what that's about. But not much going on in the news today. Fucking hit piece from. Damn it! I dropped an F bomb. That makes me mad. That hit piece from Fox. But that's about what it looks like in the old news today. So that's what the propaganda machine's talking about anyway. And there's what, one, two, three, four, what, four stories on the Squad on Fox's front page. I find that interesting. They give the Squad a ton of coverage, a ton of coverage. But that was Know Your Enemy for today. So not a lot in the media today, or I picked bad choices today. Because even Fox kind of let me down today. But just get out there and do all you can. Keep fighting. Everybody that's doing that, you're warriors. I appreciate every one of you that is out there doing all you can to help advance this political revolution and move us forward. Because that's what it's going to take. That's why I stress it every day. I may sound repetitive, but like Bernie said, when we accomplish this, I'll start talking about something else. We need to realize that we got to stand up. We got to do this. This is our fight. And when enough of us do that and move forward united, we will be unstoppable. And that will be the message of this show every day. So hopefully you guys are digging it. And if you shared and everything, thank you very much. Thank you to everybody that was here for the live premiere. And we'll see you guys for a brand new episode of the Daily Bern tomorrow. See you then.